Hi there, this is Val with Folk Art Wings, and I'm bringing to you a little how-to on a pocket that I probably watched someone do it about 5 years ago when I was trying to learn a little bit about what a junk journal was and what you put into them. And then I started working on mine and came up with some things that I'm sure are not brand new. There's nothing new under the sun. But if you're just starting out, I want to do two little pockets for you. One's a double, open fold pocket, and one is a single pocket. It gives you what I call a little t-shirt pocket. You can see the shoulders and the V-neck. And so you've got a pocket back here, and you've got a pocket here, and that's all from one sheet of paper. This is 8.5 by 11, I think. And then this one is the double pocket that I came up with. And I'm not taking credit for creating it. I don't know who's done it before. I go watching a lot of videos sometimes, and then I'll pick up on watching a few. And I love watching a couple of the gals in particular. They seem very, very sweet, and they're always having fun and upbeat. This one is a double pocket so that you can sew it into your journal. I made this one backwards though. It still functions. I'm going to make it function, but you have to go in from your seam, and if your journal gets chunky, it's very difficult to put something into pockets from the seam side. But I'm still going to use this. I'm going to got a little thumb hole here. Excuse me. And ink the edge, and that will give me a pocket from this end. And whatever I slide through, I want to put something decorative, say a nice tag or some writing stationery. I'll put it in there, and you can see there's something there, and pull it out. Probably put a tag on it. But all of them, these are the singles, and these I've made all of them the fold-out doubles. This is newsprint, and we've got old cast-off wrapping paper, a piece of stationery I thought I'd use back in the day when I traveled and saw my grandchildren, and I had a little grandson first, and had to go to Japan to see him. And, well, I had to. It was wonderful. A wonderful opportunity that my daughter gave me. But I never did do scrapbooking, so I'm using the scrapbook paper in various ways with my journals and making things. And to be perfectly honest, once I folded it up, I thought, you know, that's kind of cute to put it in a travel journal. Look, the little airplane, kind of Moroccan-like buildings, and the color's great, the word travel. I mean, it's a pretty cool addition. So I might use that in a travel journal, because I always have to travel to see two of my oldest grandchildren. One lives locally. So that's your double pocket that I'm going to show after. But first we're going to do the single. Get those out of the way. And you need, we'll start with a piece of newsprint so you can see. Oh, we don't need that to distract you. Distract our eye, do we? So I'm just taking a new piece of newsprint out. Not anything fancy. I'm going to fold it in half. Okay. And then I want to take one corner and fold it up to the fold line. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it over. Okay. So this one I fold in this direction on the back side. I just take the opposite corner of this one, and this one is the opposite. So first I start this way, fold it in half, open it up. Take one corner, doesn't matter which corner, and fold it up to the fold line, okay? Now I'm going to flip it over, and I take the opposite corner, and I fold it in this direction and press. Now I'm going to fold it again in, hold on, I lost my half line. There we go. Okay, there's our middle line. I think I'll do one more time in another paper to show you. Now see how you've got your V-neck, your crossover and your V-neck, and both the flaps are facing the back now. Okay, flip it over to the wrong side. To join them together, you want to make sure this edge overlaps the point in the V. So you can come over as far as you want. And that's what I call the little shoulder on the t-shirt. That's just the way I viewed it when I first made it. So I'm going to come around to the back, estimate how much I folded over, just kind of hold it, and it gives me too much shoulder, okay? So before I've creased it, I'm going to move it over some more. Let's see where that gets us. Pretty close, okay? So I'll press that down. Now, you don't have to, but I do this. I'm going to put glue along this side, not the one with a little flap here, just the one that's plain on the side. I'm going to open it up and put that glue stick along that edge, flip it over. Don't press it all the way down. I'm going to slide this into the tuck, and now I'm going to press my glue line. All right? So now it's tucked neatly in there. Okay, how would I use this? Let's get a book page. Come right in here, and you can put it right here in the center. You can put it way over to the side if you want. You can turn it in this direction, cut it off the right length, or if you like things sticking out, which I do, I wouldn't put it in the middle in case of your closure, but you could put it down at the bottom or up at the top, or use it on I make a bunch in various sizes, and I use it in the book page that actually fits it. And so then when I glue it down, I'm going to glue it all the way around. If you want to just flatten it out as possible, have a pocket here and your second pocket here. But since it's a folded edge, it makes it a firm edge of paper. So I like to run my glue down the side, this side, and this side, and put it down here. Now I have my pocket here, and I have a pocket here. So that works out really great, I think. We'll see, I'll show you the pocket, another pocket, and another pocket. So it gives you 3 pockets if you do it that way when you apply it to your journal. Okay. Let's do another one. I fooled around with some printer. I'm trying to think of the word. Illustrations on my computer. And one of the things I noticed that if I print on one side, my final t-shirt, I did that on this one. My final t-shirt has a white area showing, which I don't mind. I think, that gives me more journal space. But some people would not like that. And so I just took it out, printed on one side, and then ran it on and printed on the other side. And so we just, one more time on that pocket, we're going to fold it in half. Okay. Now we're going to fold it up to the fold line. Flip it over. Take the opposite corner. Bring it up to its fold line. Not past it, because it's hard to fold if you do that. Okay, now I'm going to fold it back with that middle line. And this, flip it over. This is my front. You can see the V. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it over to the back side. I'm going to fold it past the V point, the V intersection. You don't have to leave shoulders at the top, I've got a little shoulder. You can fold it all the way up and make a very narrow one. You can make it, you don't have to have that much overlap. You can roll it back to about there and make it even wider. But I always kind of try to make sure I've made a mistake where I didn't fold it over enough, and it left a gap in the back, so I had to refold it to use it. Or else it shows what's underneath the paper that you're attaching it to in your journal. So that's too much. I'm going to pull it back a little bit and try to get it to the right. That's close. Not perfect, but close. And you can see it's a little off. My paper's off a little bit. That's okay. Okay, the part that I'm going to put the glue on in the back is not the one with the folded edge. It's the one that is plain. So I'm going to put the glue down that side. Make sure you don't get it on the inside of your pocket. And I'm going to press. Okay. Oh, I did it the opposite way. Let me do that again. Val, what is the matter with you? Okay. Open it up. Glue down this side. Push that down, okay? But before you get it all the way down, tuck it in. There we go. Okay, now I've got glue on my table because I put it on the wrong side. But anyways, I hope that helps. You can see I'm still in the learning process myself, and I make lots of mistakes, and that's okay. Yeah, laugh it off it, and then figure out how can I use that. Okay, so that's done. So you can see that pocket gives you the double pocket, and I showed you how you can use it. Let's do another one, and this one is the double pocket, and so we have to do that with square paper. Okay, so this is a piece of scrapbook that I'll probably never use because I don't go to the beach anymore at my age. I keep my bathing suit on at home and do not show it off to other people because I've just, done that all my life, and now I need to protect my skin. All right, so we've got it close to a square. You can see it didn't cut off. That cutter's kind of not the best. I'll cut that off so it's not distracting. Probably should have done it by hand anyways. I'm really not that great at getting them lined up straight. I don't know if it's the cutters or me putting them in the cutters, but this happens a lot to me. So anyways, it's no big deal, right? All right, so we're going to, with this, we're not folding it in half. Well, we are. We're going to fold it in half first. And if your paper's directional, you might want to, think about which direction you're going to fold it. But I don't care about stuff like that. So I'm going to fold this up about, if I'm guesstimating, all right? I'm going to fold it up about maybe 3 inches. And then I'm going to take this one, and let's see, I'll fold it. I just want to overlap. So I hope that'll work out. So now we've got 2 spots over on either side of a wider spot. And that's 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Now all you have to do is take this corner, fold it up to your middle crease line. This one goes up to the middle crease line. This one. And this one, same thing, all 4 corners. Fold it this way. I'm going to put glue, wrong end. I'm going to put glue right here along this edge. Fold this over, press it down, and you're done. Now that's a simple one, isn't it? And it makes a double pocket. And so when you put it in your journal, let me fold it in half. Get that folded in half. This is where you're going to sew it into your journal. Okay. You'll place it like that. You want journal pages that are longer to fit whatever your fold is. It still looks like a little Hawaiian shirt now. Isn't that cute? But anyways, you put it in here. You've got a pretty side on both sides. Depends on your paper and if you like it. I hope you like the paper you use. Practice on paper you don't like first. And then you've got all that writing. I mean, because it was so plain, it's got all that writing room for me to use. If I don't like that image, I can always attach something there. I can cover it up with a swatch. How cute is that? Okay. Flip it open. You can decorate this. If you think it looks like a Hawaiian shirt, whatever paper you've got, if you think it looks like a blouse or a shirt or whatever, it would be cute to add a couple little buttons there. Not necessary. It gives you a pocket in front of that one, but it's a narrow pocket depending on your fold. And then you can put something big behind that all the way down. And let's see what else I can show you. Oh, we'll use this one. You know, do that, do that. That'll fit right in there. If I get that glued down, I can put that in there. I can put a wider piece of folded paper in this pocket. I don't glue it down anywhere. It's sewn in with all my other pages. And you can see it looks really cute with the page inside too. I mean, you're gonna put another page on top of it, or this can be the front of your first signature, depending on how you wanna do it. You could do an accent blue piece if you're gonna keep that, something to coordinate with it. Coordinates with the cover of your book maybe. You might be doing a beach theme if you use a paper like this. But it really doesn't matter. I mean, you can use generic papers to do the same effect. We'll do that one more time. We don't need the doily again. Okay. We've got the scrapbook paper. And I haven't cut the little edge on it. You can see those little dots there. So I'll go ahead and cut it with the scissors. Not accurately, I'm sure, but probably more accurate and almost just as fast as the cutter. And I save strips like this because like this 3x5 card, it's a Dewey Decimal System library index card. And so I like the information. I've got tons of these. I sell them at $50 a pack in my Folk Art Wings Etsy shop. And what I do is I do a million things to these things. I've been brutal with them. But I put strips that are off-cut like this. And I've got 1, 2, 3. And I just tack them down a little bit with a glue stick. And then I sew them down. And I left this one's little strip longer. And that makes for a little convenient tag. So when I stick it in the pocket, I've got a tag sticking out. I know there's something in there to pull out, and I can journal on the back and on the front if I want to, okay? So now let's do that fold one more time. We're gonna fold it in half. Okay, now the opposite way, we're gonna just kind of guess, fold it, and then overlap. Okay, nothing has to be perfect. We take and open it up. We fold a corner up. We fold a corner up to that fold line. Number 3 corner goes up to the fold line. Number 4. And now we fold it up this way. Give that a good crease. Put a little glue stick at the top. Fold this on top. I find the caps are pretty handy for folding. Okay, let's fold it again back in the middle where the fold line is. Okay. fold it this way. I might want to have it the pockets, the first thing you see, wrapped around a book page maybe, say like this. And I've got my double pocket right here. And you flip it open, it doesn't get glued down, there's no need. You can put tissue paper here if you want more writing space. You can color in, say, paper that's got sketches on it like this. I do love this paper. I just think it's so cute. Got it years and years and years ago. Or you can put that in the middle of a signature so that when you open up your signature, you've got some pretty good reinforcement when you tie your knot, when you've sewn it in. And so this could be the center, or you could have this side as the center. But it is thicker, and so it's a good place to put this as your very center in your junk journal. Let's see, put another page on here. How cute is that? Okay, so if I have a journal this size, there I go with it, not extending past. If I put anything in it, like folded note paper, stationery that I can use as more journal space, I could put a little tab on them, but that little tab would stick out. If I wanted to use this to save, maybe visiting the grandchildren, and I pick up a little something from every place we go to visit. I can store them in this and keep a little paper clip on the paper clip those two ends together, and they're in my book, my journal, just like that. Okay, so let's pretend they're sewn in. I put my little stash inside the pockets, and then I hold, of course, the page is attached to my journal, so I just paper clip it shut. And I've got all my little stuff in there that I'm going to use to glue onto the pages, write around them. You can decorate it any way you want. If it's too plain, but you can see this is not too plain. Let's say we do it with a different size. What can we do with this? Okay, it's not a square. Let's square it up. Okay, press that down. Cut. Doesn't look like a perfect square, but that's okay. Now I'm going to bring it up and make it, fold it in half. Now I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to fold it up a little ways. Make sure I overlap it some with this one. Okay, open it up, fold that corner to the fold line. Fold this corner to the fold line. Fold this corner to the fold line, and this one. And this will make my double pocket too. Fold this up. Fold this. So since I'm going to overlap most, let's see what it looks like on this side. Yeah, I'm going to overlap it like this so a little bit of those leaves show. I think that's kind of cute. So I always put the glue on the side that I'm going to overlap with. Fold that in. Keep the flaps down. And fold that. Press all the way around, and I've got a cute little folded pocket in the half part, and then I can put that right on top of this page if I want. But another thing you can do is origami tape. So, or it can be a paper clip. So you can do the paper clip inside, paper clip on the outside. Let's see, I've got one to show you what you could do with this. I just put some jute on the end of this paper clip, and so I can paper clip it to this, and then inside that I can have a little, well, that's too big. Let's see if I've got something here small enough to tuck inside. Oh, come on now. Just a little some scrap too. Here's something. Okay, it's got lines on it. I think I'll cut it down to here. And that's a great piece I would definitely use. Before I put my paper clip over that page edge, I'm going to put this inside. That gives me writing space. And that's the back pocket. Okay, what can I put in the front pocket? Let's look at this piece. How cute is that? It blends. And I've got another piece right there. And it's right on the back for journaling. Or I can put it here and add a little swatch to it, you know, as I'm going along journaling. But I've got a stash of paper right there. I can pull this one out. I can write down, you know what's kind of funny? It says price per packet, number of packet, got a seed catalog. You can cut that off, but it's got a $sign on there. You could put your expenses all along here if you wanted to for that particular travel, or keep track of what you're spending when you go visit someone and you have a budget you have to stick to. Kind of reminds you of where you're at and how much more you can do. And you've got the same thing over here, double pockets. And if you don't want to do it that way, you could actually glue both pockets down flat or down each side, and you'd have another pocket here. I prefer not to do that. I think it depends on what I make them out of, what kind of paper. If it's heavy paper, I don't mind having a third pocket. That's pretty handy. And even though this is upside down with the paper clip, it's going to hold your pages in, your papers in. How else can we use this? Okay, so let's say I want to put it on the edge. Okay, and I've done this so many times. All right, now put your paper to the edge where your fold is, and this washi tape doesn't match perfectly, but I'll show you what I do with the double pocket like this. If I can find the edge. Here we go. Oh. Gotta get it all the way across. Okay, it can't be longer. This is something I've learned. It cannot be longer than your piece that you're adding on. Okay, the tape has to be exactly the length of whatever you're adding on. When you do a flip out like this, flip over, however you want to call it, and then I press it, then I go on this side, and I want to reinforce that, and I'm using like a hinge, okay? So let's see. Press this side down too, and reinforce it. Try and get it straight, but I usually don't. Who cares? You know, it's not that big a deal. It can be shorter. It just can't be longer. Okay, so cut that a little short. Does that ruin it that I put it a little short? No, not in my book. So just press. Use your cap again if you want. Okay, until it gets pressed in there. You've got your little pieces that you're going to add in, okay, into your pockets. Do the same on this side. And so you can flip it like here, and you've got writing space. You've got your pockets. Sorry about that. You've got your double pockets again, and more writing space. And that'll hold up pretty good. And if you want to secure it, go ahead and put your paper clip on the side. So there you go with that pocket. The double pockets, and what did I do with the ones we did make right here? So I've got a mess. Let's pull them out. We've got these double pockets, and that's our example of a double pocket. And we've got our single pockets, and depending on the paper you make them out of, you know, they get a little thick sometimes, but yeah, that would be really cute for a travel one. I like that. Oh, that's a double pocket. Forgot. All right, where's my single? Here it is. Here's another one. Okay, so we did book page, newsprint, and I showed you how you could print on both sides of a piece of printer paper, and there you go. So you've got your single pocket and the double pocket, and I showed you how we can apply those into our journals. I'll put this one in here. and I can glue that down, like I said, or glue it this way. I can trim that up. I think that'll be kind of cute in here. Anyways, there you go. So that's it in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back again. I'm going to keep producing these little how-tos. Hopefully it'll expand your imagination. And I like to use what I've got on hand, but you don't have to. You can use printables and really jazz them up and make them look beautiful. I tend to really like to stick with what I've got on hand, but I've got 50 years of collecting and hoarding, so I've got to get rid of all of my things. I'm in my early 70s, and it's time to let go, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm going through all my stashes, and I wash and clean everything and then pack them up, and they're in my Etsy shop at Folk Art Wings. So that's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.